let's just imagine, okay? Let's just imagine you never sat down to write a book, but suddenly you were struck by an idea and it doesn't let you go. That's usually how it works. That's usually the beginning of everything. And you need to write this book, okay? You need to write it. We start right there. You just have an idea, but you don't know anything about the how. This guide is for you. What's this again, you're asking? I just recently filmed an unpacking video. Well, guess what? I did, but I was also busy as fuck, so I published another guide. If you're writing your own book right now, or if you're in the progress of writing it, or if you even just dream of writing your own book, I gotcha. This video is for you. So sit down, we're gonna unpack something, and it's gonna be fun, and I'm super excited for it, and oh my god. I waited too long for this to arrive. Oh my god. So, alright. You know how this works at this point? My name is Lady Elisa Marie, aka L. You may call me L in the comments. And I'm an author and alignment guide. So that's what I do on here as well. And I published something. Okay, am I gonna let you look first? I have to turn it around. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is this so beautiful? Excuse me, what? How dare you be so beautiful? How dare? Whoa, and then the background. The backside. With a description. Wait, let me get rid of the packaging. I can't describe this feeling right now unless you have like your own publication in your hand, unless you're an author and you have your first proof print in your hand. I can't describe it, but I just have to mention that even after the third book that I published, it doesn't feel different. It's still the same excitement. It's still the same anxiety of like, is the print proof gonna look good? It's proof print. I keep saying print proof. Anyway, it's the same thing. It's like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be good enough? Do I have to put in more energy and effort to like fix things? And then it arrives and you look at it and you're like, oh, it's my baby. My baby's beautiful. My baby's perfect. All right, so what this is the Writing AESTHETE Unleash Your Writing Magic guide. Basically, I'm an author. I started writing when I was literally 6 years old. I learned how to write at the age of 6 in primary school, first grade, and ever since then I literally started writing short stories, and when I got older I started writing novels, and I realized I'm really bad at like writing short stories because I kept putting more words into that than my teachers wanted it to be, and then I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll just write a whole book now. That was back in 2018, I think. That was when I started writing my first ever book, and I finished that book in 2021, the end of 2021. I never published that one because that was a whole path of trial and error, figuring out like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, how do I write a book? I never thought there was so much effort going into writing a book. And then I finished it, and I trusted the wrong person, and I got shit ass feedback back, which made me stop writing, basically, for quite a while. And then I met the right person, who was my first ever client I worked for, in my life, by the way, mind you. And I started giving professional, constructive feedback because I was so like on the floor after the person I trusted gave me destructive feedback, and I realized, wait, I can do that better. Like I'm actually a nice person, I can actually do that better. And I realized because it started off as just like, hey, can you like read my book. Like, I'm a first-time writer, author, whatever, and I want to publish that at some point. I want to finish that book. And I want to know if that's actually, like, if it makes sense for me to actually write this. That was basically how it all started. And I reached out to him because he wrote that in a group chat on Discord. And I reached out to him. I was like, I got time. I'm a writer myself. I'm good. You know, like, I can read it. And I read it. I wrote him a long-ass feedback. And he liked it. And somehow it just ended up to be my first ever business, like full-time business next to my full-time apprenticeship. So it was a lot. Let me say that, you know, it was a lot. But it was so much fun as well. And I gained so much experience in that time. And not only did I finish my second book, which I then actually published exactly 6 months later, but I got my client to the point where he finished his book before I finished mine, because his took only 5 months to finish. So everything I learned in that time and beyond is in this guide. Everything from getting the first idea. Let me check. I didn't even look into that book yet. So the pages are black because I think it's stylish as fuck. And not everyone does that. And I wanted to do something special because I have to make everything special I do, okay? I can't stop myself. Like, okay, right. So here's basically the overview of how the fuck am I gonna show you that? Here's the overview. I'm doing this so professionally, oh my god. If you don't want to buy this yet, I don't know what you're still doing here, okay? Like, go to the link in the video description and in the pinned comment, and order this one. It's worth it, I promise. I put so much effort and wisdom into that. It is packed, okay? It is packed. But it's also kind of a comfort read in a way, because I spent years, days and nights researching everything, doing the whole trial and error thing, until I realized, oh my god, the way I wrote was shit. It's not, okay, don't get me wrong, my first book isn't shit, but I think it's just with everything that we do for the first time, I just didn't know better, okay? And then suddenly I learned how to do it better. And guess what? It turned out way fucking better, okay? Like, my proof basically of this thing to work is that I got twice feedback from one of the biggest publishing houses in Germany, to which I went to for, you know, obviously publishing my first book, until I then finally decided to go down the indie publishing road, which I'm also maybe gonna write a guide about, maybe, if you want that, let me know in the comments, because I did that already. And again, trial and error. Trial and error, my friends, trial and error. Alright, but the first feedback I got from that publishing house was basically, it's kind of immaturely written. And I get that. It was my first book. I started that when I was like 14 or so. I get it. Valid point. But that kind of got me, you know, that got me motivated, that got me inspired. And I was like, I want to show them that I can do it better. And so I learned. I learned so much. I studied so hard. Then I wrote that second book. I gave it back to them and they were like, we would take it, but they currently had a bestseller in the same topic. And I was like, shit, you know, it is what it is. It was the best thing that could have happened for me, for my book, for the Trilogy, which I'm also going to link in the, you know, video description, because I know you all want to read it, because it's a romantasy book. It's about a time loop. It's about love. It's romance. It's about self-discovery, very much so self-discovery. So if you're on a path of that as well, read that book. It's good. I promise you. Okay, I mean, I'm the author. I'm kind of biased, but you kind of have to be, you know, because it's my work. I have to be proud of it. Anyway, so proof is, one of the biggest publishing houses in Germany said my work is good. I can make your book good too, alright? So, I feel like I should get more storage space on my phone at this point, because every single time that I'm filming, I'm just running out of storage space, so I have to pause my video. Anyway, the overview on this page. It shows all the topics that I covered in this guide, and it starts with the beginning. It's basically the basics of basics. You never had a pen in your hand, which I don't assume is the case, but let's just imagine, okay? Let's just imagine you never sat down to write a book, but suddenly you were struck by an idea and it doesn't let you go. That's usually how it works. That's usually the beginning of everything. And you need to write this book, okay? You need to write it. We start right there. You just have an idea, but you don't know anything about the how. This guide is for you, okay? This guide is picking you up exactly where you're at. Then we go into plotting. If you never heard the word plotting, welcome to the club. I've been there too. I was like, what the fuck is plotting? What is pantsing? What is plancing? That sounds so weird. I covered that. And it's funny as fuck and it's interesting. I think it's funny. So, yeah. And we'll figure out what you are, plotter, pantser, or plancer, and how to implement that writing style, spoiler, spoiler, into your writing, and how to make your writing more efficient, the most efficient actually. Then we go into characters, because obviously your book needs characters, right? And we don't want plain ass AI generated characters, because ew, we don't write with AI. We want 3-dimensional characters we can feel, we can emphasize with, we can basically imagine us to be them. Am I the only one who does that? No matter what book I read, I'm always the main character. I read it that way. It doesn't matter if she has black hair. No, if she has brown hair. She's me. I'm her. She's me. Always. So, then we go obviously into world building, and we got pretty much in depth of like political systems, how to build a world, transportation stuff, like everything you could possibly think of. I at least talk about it because I realized, especially with world building in fantasy, romantasy, even in romance books, people forget things like that. The most mundane things where you're like, well, how do they get from point A to point B? How long does it take them? Stuff like that. It sounds so boring, but that's work you gotta do if you want your book to feel realistic, you know? Like, one of the main things that I realized that were a huge problem in the reading flow when I worked as a writer's coach back then was the timing. Because, for example, my first client wrote like fighting scenes, and I was like, the scene is written so well. I'm like, oh my god, I got the adrenaline, I got goosebumps. I'm like, whoa. But then when she crawled, like when the main character crawled out of her like hiding spot, I was like, how long was that? Because there was no indicator of time, and I was like, how long was it? Was it 15 minutes? I'd be like, okay, well, if you say it's 15 minutes, I would trust you. Or was it a couple hours? And I was like, the easiest thing to do, and that's how you know I'm good at what I do, because it's never a huge change most of the times. Making an average book or even a bad book into a good one is within 1 sentence change. 1 sentence. And I was like, just give her a thought, like write down a thought of like, it could have been hours, it could have been minutes, but I have no feeling of time right now. I have no sense of what happened. I need to figure out, like, you know, where I am, basically. Because everything happened so fast, but could have taken so long. Whatever. Things like that indicate that not even the main character, who we're reading in the perspective from, right now, not even that character has any idea of how much time passed. And I'm like, this makes it so much more realistic feeling, and I can emphasize so much more with it because I'm just as confused as she is, and I'm like, okay, fine. If there's a clock on the wall and you want to point out, well, it was just 15 minutes, but it felt so much longer, perfect as well. Like, it's stuff like that. Just give me an indication for how long it's been, you know? Right. And then in the end, I talk about the build-up and the end, basically how to finish a book. Because the ironic thing is, my writing style is I start somewhere in the middle. I write for a couple chapters where, you know, I got the spark of inspiration, and then I start plotting. Like, I'm basically a planter. If you know, you know. If you know, you probably read the guide. I keep saying the book, but it's a guide. Also, this guide is basically, I'm gonna show you a couple more pictures of it. Alright, so we have this, for example. A very big picture page with the main topics on it. What else can I show you? Oh, this is nice. It's very similar to the Portal to Your Dreamlife guide, which I have uploaded the video for before this one. This one also covers how to make mind maps and mood boards. So here's, for example, the mood board for the trilogy, at least the first book of the trilogy. It's called It Has Something to Do with Time Liminal. I really want to film a video about what liminal means in that context. So yeah, there's always a lot of text obviously on the pages, and then I put some pictures on there as well, so it looks nicer, more artistic. Then we have obviously some advertisement as well, because I can and you profit from it. So yeah, that's that. And it takes you step by step from the beginning, from the main idea to the end of your book. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say initially, sorry, got too excited. There's no too excited. I'm just hyped. So like I always write until my initial spark of inspiration runs out, and then I write the end, and then like I basically plot, then I write the end, and then I come back to the beginning and I start to write. But I always, like, my writing style is I always need to know what I work for, what I'm in for, and what the ending is. So that's how I write. But that's also my learning style. I need to know what the end result is before my brain opens up its capacity to let the information in. So again, if that's your writing style or reading or learning style as well, this guide brings you literally from the first spark of I have an idea, I want to write a book, how the fuck do I do that, to the last word of your book. This is all I cover in this guide. Literally, that's, how many pages is it? I have to check real quick. It's 71 pages. 71 A4 pages, so it's a big guide, but I designed this in combination with the Portal to Your Dreamlife guide, these two together, to be kind of like coffee table magazines, because I'm imagining it in like a bougie style, you know, and you place them there and they look fancy, and then people come to your place and they're like, what's that? That looks fancy. And I'm like, yeah, I wrote them myself. You know, kind of that style. So if you're bougie and you want to either manifest your dream life out of thin air, or you literally have a vague idea and you're like, I need to write this book, you know where to get it, you know what to get, you know from whom to get it, okay? I got you covered. Okay, so thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm so happy and excited about this. I think it looks wonderful. It's like, it exceeds my expectations I had on it. So I'll see you in the next video. And again, thank you so much for supporting this channel. If you're still here, still watching, and you already offered? If you're still here, and maybe you even already ordered one of the guides, or maybe even two, which would be a very smart move of you, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because I do stuff like that all the time, alright? So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day until then. Bye.